Oh, man.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Go ahead.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. Still going. He's still barreling through. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Past the 20. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that...
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Now a man who tore up the Packers in the NFC title game a few years back. It's Raheem Mostert. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Play action. Now it's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonnu Smith from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Here's a give to Bigsby. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Going for it, here's ETN. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. In motion, Hill. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. In motion left, Hill. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, turbo one. Hey, 21 TA. Solo left Zion.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle An 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Lawrence will throw. Being chased out left. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is 2nd and 8.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 yards to go, second down. ETN once more. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
A handoff running left is ETN.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Washington's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Parker Washington
Laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
Dancing to his left. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
All right, fellas, listen up. Out.
On play action, here's Tua. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That is Josh Hines Allen working his way in for the sack.
14 brings up 3rd down.
All right, let's
So
go.
now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
All right.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And able to get this out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Well, the defense circling now. 4th down and 7. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to have a Miami 1st down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
5-yard gain on the play.
And now they'll shift things around.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jordan Brooks with it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked.
But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And shoving his way inside the 35. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation...
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Out to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Tua going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancombs were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Alpha, sit up. Hey, sit up. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
No, we change it.
Running left, it's Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Ravens.
Again, it's Henry.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Jackson now. Pass incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the 1st half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now it's Jackson.
He finds Bateman over the middle. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Henry.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, I think Josh Norman can sympathize. He knows a little something about a run like this from Derrick Henry. I mean, that stiff arm might be the best in the business.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We'll see that Josh Norman play forever and ever, won't we? Because at Derrick Henry's size, 6'3", nearly 250, you know he's not shying away from contact. And here he just kept the defender at arm's length as he barreled his way into the end zone. I mean, just put that arm into the chest, and there he goes.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, get set.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Watch it, Oscar. 20, TX. Hey.
Looking to pass. Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, get set.
They'll go. Achane. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off of play action. Tagovailoa sliding out of the pocket. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a Cardinal sin there. Thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
In motion, Hill. On 1st down, back to Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready. Set.
Play action. Now it's Tua. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua steps away to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Right.
In motion, the tight end.
Out.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Ready.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Go ahead.
Tua, a final shot before half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
21G, 21G. Solo left side on. Solo left side.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. They'll run it again with Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
77 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a 1st down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Now a 2nd and 6.
A handoff running left, Henry. A solid stiff arm.
And the Ravens are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Ready.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Achane will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Achane once more.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Come on, 2. Come on, 2.
The 2 are going to try and throw for it.
And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Again to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Now a handoff to Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Throwing, Jackson.
They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last lap by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
Derrick Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
I think we saw the strategy there, how they moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Jackson to throw.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
32 Stinger. Let's go.
Tua.
He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Solo left Zion. Hey. Out.
Throwing Tua.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to execute.